Do you feel like you are not making progress? You can only participate in general conversations, but with a more sophisticated topic or conversation, you start translating from your native language into English. And then suddenly everything is a mess and you get frustrated. You realize that you need to move from intermediate to advanced. But how do you do that? I am going to give you a 5-step process that you need to follow if you want to achieve your goal. Number 1, you need to get into the right mindset. Number 2, you need to get away from the comfort zone. Number 3, you're gonna have to make a plan. Number 4, you need to make English part of your life and breathe it. And number 5, you need to commit, you need to be determined, and you need to stay focused. Let's break down each one of those steps so you can understand better what to do and how to do it in order to achieve your goal. Number 1, get into the right mindset. What do I mean by that? A lot of people think that because they can go from beginner to intermediate rather quickly, they believe that becoming advanced is not gonna take them a lot of time or a lot of work. That is completely wrong. Think about professional athletes. How long does it take them to improve 1 second when they are running 100 meters? Think about a pianist or a guitar player. How long does it take them? How many hours do they need to practice before they can strike the right notes or play the instrument perfectly? It is indeed very difficult to move from intermediate to advanced. Forget about doing this quickly because it's not going to happen. When people realize how hard it is and how slow the process could be, that's when they think, oh my god, I don't need to go through this. This is too much work. I don't have time. I'm too busy at work. Anyway, I'm okay. I can speak English. I can defend myself. And that's when they quit. Big mistake. If that is you and you're gonna continue doing that, don't even bother wasting your time. However, if you are willing to put the effort and to work hard, if you really want to stand out and separate yourself from the average, you are going to have to work very hard. You need to get into that mindset. Now, what can you do to speed up the process? It's all up to you. How much time are you going to invest and how are you going to approach the learning? You need to think about the more you put in, the more you get out. Number 2, now that you have the right mindset, you need to think about the comfort zone. You need to get away from it. You need to be prepared to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be easy. You're gonna have to push yourself. So, how ready are you to get out of the comfort zone? Number 3, make a plan. You are now ready to go the extra mile. You need to make a plan. If you want to stay focused, if you want to achieve your goals, you need to plan. The question is, what do you need to do and how are you going to do it? And how long is it going to take you? So forget about setting big goals like I want to speak English fluently. You have to draw up a plan full of micro goals, mini lessons. Actually, better than lessons, let's just say mini practice sessions. You need to focus on your vocabulary and your pronunciation. And of course, some grammar as well. Take vocabulary, for example. As an advanced learner, you have to focus on learning collocations, expressions, idioms, phrasal verbs. You need to really pay attention to synonyms. You have to be able to notice the subtle differences between synonyms. What about pronunciation? Big step in order to move from intermediate to advanced, and pronunciation is quite a hard topic to master. It requires a lot of practice. And it's not just pronunciation, it's also intonation. You need to develop the agility in producing the sounds at the right speed with the right intonation. That is what an advanced student of English has to do. This is gonna impact your accent. You have to work on your accent reduction. You need to learn about connected speech processes. What about grammar? As an advanced student of grammar, you have to focus on sentence structure and you have to really understand how to connect ideas in a simple yet effective way. You also need to be able to control grammar in a way that is going to allow you to say the same thing in many different ways. You should be able to use grammar to your advantage, to stop repeating yourself or repeating the same structures all the time. As an advanced student, you also have to focus on the communication part. You have to be able to communicate effectively. Learning communication skills is a very important part that an advanced student of English should do. Organize the information correctly with the right grammar, the right vocabulary, the right pronunciation, and deliver that with the right tone of voice. A lot of people think that speaking good English is about speaking very quickly or reading very quickly and using very complicated vocabulary and grammar. It's nothing like that. You have to speak slowly and allow people to follow your train of thought. This is a big mistake that everybody does. Talk and talk and talk. I can help you with communication skills. So in conclusion, if you want to move from intermediate to advanced, you need to change your mindset. It's not going to be easy and you are going to need to put a lot of effort. You need to stay committed. Number 2, you need to get away from your comfort zone and be ready to work really hard, like athletes do or musicians. Number 3, create a good plan. What are you going to study to move from intermediate to advanced? How are you going to study that? Remember, nothing like traditional study method. It's not about hours of study. It's more about practice and practice and practice. Make a good plan and make sure you stick to the plan. Number 4, make English. Make that plan part of your life. Don't sit down to study. Use every moment that you have at work, at the supermarket, wherever you are. It's a good opportunity to practice English. Micro lessons. And number 5, you need to stay committed. You need to be determined, because when motivation goes away, you are the only one who can get back on track. Problems are gonna come, whether you like it or not. Excuses are very easy. So, are you going to overcome the obstacles and forget about giving excuses? Or are you going to quit and throw the towel again? It's up to you.